Well, it got done today. My grass is cut. I thought, after it didn't happen yesterday, such a gorgeous, warm, sunny day, I thought, what's going to happen? Because tomorrow it's going to rain. Well, it did rain, but so little that it hardly mattered. And oh, this is in Quebec. This is Montreal. It's not in Toronto. Okay, so the next game's in. The next game's. Why is that? Hey, can I get that? I must have had some ink on my. So that comes off. All right. That can be cleaned. So it was raining a little, and then periodically it stopped. So class had started. It was 9:30, and all of a sudden I saw that Tracy from across the street was at my window, indicating hello. She wanted to talk to me, and I went, class started. I said, excuse me, went out and talked to her, and the new person, Natalie, was here, and she said, I can cut it, we can talk about it afterwards. I went, yeah, go ahead, cut. So I've been trying. I called her once, I left a message, didn't get anyone, so doesn't matter. I don't care. The grass is cut. The grass has been cut. It looks beautiful. She cut it, she trimmed it. That's all I need. We can discuss what else happens whenever. You can stay down there, okay? Although, I'm ready for tomorrow. I thought, being as I had forgotten that Mother's Day was actually so imminent that it was on Sunday, so I had forgotten to include Mother's Day in my planning, but I've stuck it in on Friday. I cut it down to be less dependent on me checking anything, and just a lot of just leave alone, okay? Just leave it alone, okay? There's nothing there that hasn't been there for days, months, years, so just give it a chance. Yeah, so yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I thought I would have to change something, but I didn't. I decided not to. And I have stuck Mother's Day in there. So Friday is always a really short day because classes don't start, let's say, in the morning until 10 o'clock. They're only an hour class, right? And what I do is I give them enough for 2 hours or 1.5 hours, and that's all good. So what I did is I added in at the very end Mother's Day and less of it. There's no, as I said, no need for me to check anything. Extra work is not necessary. I don't check anything anymore. No, and they'll like it because it's Mother's Day and whatever. It would be no good if I skipped it, and I don't need to actually do it together with them. So they can do it on their own. They can do it on their own. I'll tell them if they're wrong and go back and fix it. It's all good. I'm being so lazy. But my week is packed full of stuff. So today went well, packed full of stuff. Tomorrow, 2 tasks. Friday, a task. So no complaining. And I said, listen, you get your task, you get your certificates of completion, whether you passed or failed, every single time. I spent all weekend sending those out to you on Sunday, getting them ready and sending them out to you on Sunday. So don't tell me, oh, teacher, how many tasks do I have? I don't know. Look it up. You have them all. So I did look up some for people that I knew they were close, so I looked them up because I do have all the tasks. Those are your papers there, Aggie. There's nothing under there, in there. Do you find a bug or something? Oh yes, that is a bug. That's called a little flying bug, which is now gone. Hey, you come in my house unless you pay rent, you're out, or you're dead. Yeah, so my work is set for the week. Friday is fuller than it was. And I feel like I'm actually, no, it's all gone. It's all gone, Aggie. All gone, Aggie. All gone. Trust me. Those are papers. They're the fly. It's just a little mini fly. Doesn't believe me. Doesn't speak English. Okay. So I had a rather less. There's nothing. My supper was lacking because I cut all the carbs out of it. No potatoes, no pasta, no bread, no nothing. So it is time for popcorn. Yeah, so my day, grass cut in the morning. Day went along well. Grass got cut in the morning. Grass got cut in the morning. Yes, yes, yes. I should tell my son, grass is cut. Did we score? Yeah, we just scored. Being as it's in Montreal, there was no raw from the non-existent audience. Woo! Oh, that was a good goal. Very nice. Shoot, straight in. Nice. Oh, it might have been tipped. Yep. Deflected. Okay. I don't know if it got distracted. Anyway, it's goal. Yes. So tomorrow, I will have a listening task and a speaking task. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Tomorrow I will have a speaking task and a reading task. That's it. It's a reading task. Reading, and they'll have to give me Word files. I'll discuss that with them. If they can handle Word files, they can read them, but they can't necessarily respond in the same. So if they can't give them back to me the same way I gave them to them, they should just put their answers in the email. I will mention that to them. Mention that to them because I hate getting files that I have to ask for access to. Once they touch them, I have to ask access. Reading. When they do that, reading. Word. And here again, I will mention that it is Word. If they can't do Word, they can't Word. Alrighty. I'm all set. And now I'm going to make popcorn. Okay, what was I going to do? I was telling you stuff. Had my lessons. Thought I would have to change the whole week. All day long. And then I realized just now that I didn't have to, that Mother's Day could be tacked on at the end and give them full, proper day of lessons. Then I bundled up because you had to put on a raincoat, and it was cool enough to put something on underneath because there's, wind and stuff like that. So I went for a walk. And it was sometimes raining on us, but not hardly. And then I came home, and that's it. I'm just so glad that I got all the tasks marked, and not that they needed marking. I got them logged and and certificates sent off, and it's all done. Yeah. just because, I feel a requirement. There is no... Who does that? Is that a cat or is that the thing springing itself? I think it might be just reacting to the pressure. I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. Friday's full. The week's full. And I just have to tell the afternoon class that they have to give me proper good paragraphs. And I explained to both classes what proper good paragraphs were. Did I explain it to the afternoon class? I really hope I did. I think I did. I think I should. Yeah, I showed both of them. Paragraphs like this, introduction. And I described to them what had happened. That one student, instead of using, they didn't know, some people don't know how to use emails. So one student, instead of filling in the subject line with a subject and putting the content inside the email, took the content, put it in the subject line, and that was all. It did not all fit in the subject line, so all of a sudden your very long subject stops, because that's as long as a subject line can be. Ooh. So there are people who have never run into emails before, don't know what you can't do. I'm telling them, do a subject line, so they put the whole thing in the subject line, misunderstanding me. But this has to do with their understanding. Well, perhaps not my explaining, it's their understanding. Some people don't understand. Yeah, some people just don't understand, but whatever. I'm scrambled here. I'm scrambly. What's my task? Yes, that's for tomorrow. Okay. Will I be able to... I'll have to talk about that. And then they'll have to do this. So I'll put that in there so that everything will be ready for me tomorrow. We talked about having a bad memory this morning. And when my student says, you have a very good memory, I said, no, I have very good note-taking, I have very good list-making, I have very good looking at my sheets. Don't you notice me always looking down to see what I have to do next? Well, yeah, that's what teachers do. They check their notes, they teach from their lesson plans. I have very detailed lesson plans, very detailed lesson plans. And they're, now because we are so dependent on having everything timed and headed out, yeah, they have to be timed. So everything is marked as to when it will land in their laps. 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m., 9:30 a.m. And the rest is either there all the time and I can tell them that it's there. I have to open it. I have to make it available. Show PM Onyx, show AM Onyx. I have to remind myself, do this now, do this next. Don't forget to do this at lunchtime. All these things happened to me at one time or another. I forgot. And from then on, there's a note reminding me. And there are times where I go, oh, I forgot. But I fixed it. I was able to fix it. In time, I was able to fix it. And students are forgiving. But I make sure that mistakes happen once. Only once. Not a second time. Is Natalie going to call me or do I have to call Natalie again? I have lots of long distance. I can call Natalie again. I called her. I left a message. She has my number. Okay, whatever. My grass got cut. My grass got cut. Yay, my grass got cut.